Hello. I am here. When was the last time I streamed? Let's do a little check. About a month ago. So it's been a little bit. But now hopefully this time round we will finally get to finish Dread Mode. I haven't ever beat Dread Mode yet at all. I wanted to do that first time on stream. Hello everyone. PS3 Game Hall, what? Congrats. Okay, so a little update. So far at the moment, everything is as it should be. But I now have a new layout for while I play stuff. Some of you may recognize where it's like inspired by and stuff. So I have let everyone know I am streaming, right? Let me see. I should have. I'm still not not the biggest streamer, as in I don't do it too often. I want to do it more. I definitely want to. Why did that? Okay. So Agent Rose, for some reason that had like that message was like left for review. I do not know why. Yeah, I dread to imagine how Ravenbeak would be. The first time I faced Ravenbeak, he was already like hell. But that's because I had like less than 50% of all items. So I did kind of deserve to get clapped. But congrats, like that's some dedication, and I take it on Dread Mode as well. Okay, I sound all good. How is everyone doing before I show off the new layout? I can't even remember where I'm at in Dread Mode now that I think about it. I think I'm about to get the gravity suit. I think. That, or I've already just got it. Okay, so I'm going to show the new layout. And here we go. So now, a thing I've always wanted to do was have you guys be visible in the stream. And now you finally get to be. What is that? I never got into Warhammer. The most I got into was the 3D film. But that's about it. I never looked into anything else. I may need to turn down the music. Let me see. Yeah, I'll turn down the music a little bit. Um, let's have a look. Okay, that should do it now. Yeah, I never got into Warhammer. I only saw the 3D film. I can't remember what it's called, but that was pretty cool. I remember watching that. Jesus, I remember watching that on my MP4 player. But that's the most exposure I have to Warhammer. But the cool thing is about this new little layout, I should have different poses. Let's have a little look. Okay, one sec. I'm just gonna poof for a sec. Technical difficulties. Let's do that. And then that should be working. Oh, it's doing a thing again. I don't know why it did this before. Let's see. Okay, cool. I've sorted it out. So, well, what do you mean? I've always been Samus. Yeah, I'm Samus Gaming. So I have different expressions now as well, and because I'm British, I have to have tea. Yeah, like, I never got into 40k. I hear a lot of things about it. Like it sounds whack. Like a bit too crazy to me. But I've watched yeah, I watched the 3D film. I watched Bricky talk about some of the factions as well. If you know who he is. Oh, I know how to beat Ravenbeak. I tend to use storm missiles because like I don't use turbo and just can't be asked. Yeah. I like to like I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I need to get there first. I need to get to Ravenbeak. I'm excited for it though. Yeah, I don't think Dread is gonna have any DLC. Or even any updates. I think what we have is what we've got. As sad as that is to say. Okay, let's shuffle the music. Echo's music, ooh. Echo's my beloved. And of course I could drink through my helmet. I mean, what are you on about? Okay. Now, to go to the other little layout. There we go. And as you can see, I have my deaths still there. It doesn't feel like I've died 42 times, though, in Dread. Let me... Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, it's cool that it got updates. Like Boss Rush was a really neat addition. But yeah, I don't think any more's on the way. I think they're just putting all their eggs into the Prime 4 and Metroid 6 basket now. Which is like low-key confirmed to exist already. Okay, now let's actually get into the game. Yeah, let's hopefully beat Dread this time. Oh, Dread mode, sorry. Would you rather have a Hunters remake or sequel? That's a tough one, because Hunters, funnily enough, I can't play anymore because my hands are too big. And, well, at least on the DS anyway. But if I use, not Dolphin, I can't remember how I play it on PC anyway. It's very finicky. Because it's made with, like, touchscreen in mind. But I don't know, I would rather just Prime 4, like, just make a new one. Because Hunters, it feels like very much a one-off thing. Like, if they wanted to make a Metroid, like, online shooter type thing, like what Hunters did, you may as well just make a new game. And then have it be centered around, like, space pirates and the Galactic Federation, like during the Prime Phazon Crisis, excuse me. And have it be like Star Wars Battlefront, where if you get enough points, you can become certain classes, including Samus, like as a hero unit. Dread mode. So yeah, like you could upgrade, like there'd be like Marines, Engineers, stuff like that, and then you could advance to like PED troopers and stuff. And like hero units would be like Samus, Ridley. Okay, I haven't got a gravity suit. Yeah, it's cool that Dread finally brought in an official boss rush. Wait, have I not? Oh, yeah, we're going to Gavron. Yeah, let me know about volume and layout, because I think this is pretty neat. Rundas would be cool. Oh, those things have like weird long tongues. I didn't notice that until now. Another thing about Dread, it delivers on like the Prime like world building and like world design. It's like that's a whole tree back there. It's really cool. Did that need a missile? It did. I should have the speed booster, yeah. I messed up. Let's get it. Oh, come on. There we go. There are some boss rushes that are time-based. Sonic Adventure 2 did it as well. I know that's such a specific pull, but... yeah, that did it as well. So it was a welcome surprise to me. to remember this is dread mode, so I will die in instantly, basically. The extra missiles is nice. Okay, Ridley in Prime 4 is a very peculiar one. I don't want him as, like, a boss. I would want him as a post-credit scene. So, what I would want, in terms of the enemies... I'm gonna pause here, because this is just before the robot fight. I would want the main enemies to be Silex, acting as, like, Dark Samus, where, like, she was the real main threat, with the Space Pirates as, like, a secondary villain. I would want Silex to be, like, in Dark Samus's position, and then I would want the Space Pirates to act as they do in Echoes, but under the command of Weevil. And because of Weevil's questionable command, the Space Pirates are just not doing good. So then, by the end of the game, and this is presuming that Prime 4 will lead directly into Samus Returns, the Space Pirates are defeated, Weevil goes back to a Space Pirate base, maybe Zebes, or just another ship. And then a defeated Weevil, and if you've seen my Weevil lore video, you'll know what I'm about to say. A defeated Weevil is like going to the command council of the pirates, and then that's where Proteus Ridley comes in, and this is all in a post-credit scene. Proteus Ridley basically kills Weevil, discards him in front of Kraid's room in Super Metroid, and then Ridley gets word that Samus is eradicating all the Metroids on SR388. That is what I would like Ridley's role to be in Samus Returns. I don't want to fight him. Of course I do, and maybe that could be like a bonus thing, like post-game thing, just a for fun thing. But as a main story thing, I would want him to be specifically in the post-credit scene. Okay, you. These things I've always struggled fighting, and I do not know why. They are surprisingly tough. So I'm just gonna be extra careful. Ah! I didn't jump high enough, I don't think. Okay, so that is the... Where is it? That is the first death of the stream. Okay. Let me take a quick sip. Yeah, Weevil has a lot of potential. Wait, let me... One second. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy just how well Dread delivered. Like, the only thing I say the game does lack is music. Oh, I could have parried that. Yeah, there's also, like, customization. I shouldn't have jumped. I don't know why I did. I could say that it's lacking, like, customization features, like controls, stuff like that. And yeah, that is definitely a con. It doesn't impact me so much anymore, anyway. But music, definitely. Music is like, to me, it is probably the most important thing to a game besides gameplay, and even then, sometimes it can be more. Like Halo, for example, God rest its soul. Its music has impacted me, God damn it, has impacted me more than its gameplay ever did. And kind of, I would say, controversially, like, to an extent, the same can be said for Prime in my eyes. So yeah, like, the one thing Dread does lack is music. And it's not like there is zero music. Like, there's Piranha Depths, Cataras Depths in particular, Quiet Rope song, and that's just a few, but that's kind of it, which is a bit sad. There is Piranha as well. Oh, not this time. It just didn't feel like every song was gold, you know, like it does with Prime. Okay, thank God. I'm going to immediately cannot save. Okay, I'm just gonna be extra careful because I do not want to fight that thing again. Oh yeah, I did sequence breaking, I forgot about that. I am being so careful. Because I really do not want to fight that thing again. I struggle with it enough. Okay. Yeah, for how much Dread was rumored and talked about, it definitely lived up to it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to beat Dread mode again. I don't want to go through this again, but it's cool to go through it first time with you guys. Yeah, Weevil definitely has the most potential. Apart from Trace and Silex, but we're already getting, like, expansions on him. But Trace, definitely. I want more of Trace, and if the X are finally dealt with in Metroid 6, I would want the Kraken to be the next main threat. Because they're about the size of the Galactic Federation and only growing. And they're a really cool species as well. Really cool. Yeah, that's basically what I want Prime 4 to do. Like, what Silex does is the spark for Samus Returns. Like, the music for Dread, it's fine when you're playing the game. But Metroid has not always been like that. You could listen to the music outside of it and still be enthralled by it. Like, I can still listen to Talon Overworld, Torvus Bog, just as they are, and put rain sounds on, and it's transcendent. I can't do that with a lot of Dread's music. want to focus a little bit because I haven't got to a save room. But I think this is one. It is, okay. Okay, we're good, we're good. Yeah, I would say the music is definitely Dread's weakest aspect.
Samus, the enemy have been deactivated. You were the one thing.
We all know the story by this point. Arcade Redux. I have not. I'd be curious about to hear that though. I hope it's not just Brainstar again. And like, because what I will give credit, like even if I don't like the music direction that Dread went with, I do appreciate that it's all largely new stuff. I'm glad Katarys Depths isn't just Brinstar, not Brinstar, yeah, Brinstar Depths. It isn't Magmal Caverns again. And it's on its own a cool song. I really like it. It's probably my favorite song in the game. And the fact it is a new song, that makes it even better. Oh yeah, and I'm also like streaming a little later than I did last. Why didn't I just parry? Anyway. Okay. The checkpoints for Dread mode are a godsend. Okay, that was very generous. No, I want to go this way. Okay, I'd be curious to hear that then. This new direction. Is this the... This is too up. Let's see what I can get. Oh, this is to down. Hang on, where... So where would that take me specifically? It would take me there. Okay. There's a missile and energy reserve, not energy part there, I think? I've played this game 35 times or something. And I still don't know it. Okay, 2 tracks instead of 1. That's interesting. Yeah, I hope it isn't just remakes of old songs. Because the thing that lacks, like, for Dread, like, to me, is the lack of melodies. And I guess that's kind of, like, as Doominal pointed out that I edited his video for. The idea of Metroid originally was supposed to be a game without melodies, basically. To go against, like, the gaming norms at the time. So it's quite funny then that I'm critiquing it for not having that. Oh, you bitch. Playing games on stream versus alone is definitely very different. I have to say. Hang on. Let's see if I can get this. Nah, I messed up. Because this part is already tricky enough to do on my own. Okay. Now let's focus. Ah! Nearly had it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. It's cool that he's going to be a bit more original. Because as great as the music for the Prime games are, they are just... a lot of them are just remakes. And yeah, I tend to view them as the better versions, like even more than the originals, but new songs are always appreciated. Oh, come on. Do I have to do it lower? I think I do. There we go. First try. Okay. Yeah, Barenia is the faithful remake is good. I like Barenia. I hope Cataris Depths does stay the same, like as is. Like, 'cause I think that is the best song in the game. Let me check something real quick. Okay, cool. Uno momento. Okay, cool. I was worried that the stream was either in low FPS or even low res. Okay, we're good. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, it's damage over time. Never mind. I thought damage over time doesn't kill me instantly. That's a these are machines moment. Okay, I hope Depths stays the same. Because I genuinely really like that track. I think we're gonna go to Elon now. Or Elon, or whichever people pronounce it. That was Plasma Beam. Yeah, we're going to Elon now, I think. What was over here? Okay. Oh yeah, have you guys heard of the news about Retro hiring more concept people? So they only do that if they're starting on a new game and they're hiring testers. does that mean Prime 4 is nearly done? I think it does, by the way. I think it means it's nearly done. So, we're either gonna see it this year and finally be able to play it next year. Whether it'll be a Switch exclusive or a hybrid release like Breath of the Wild, I don't know. I do kind of hope it's on the next console. At least, like, in any form. Ideally, I would like it to be dedicated to that. So it can fulfill its potential as great as it can. But there have been a lot of people that said they bought a Switch specifically for Prime 4. And I mean, there's still Dread. Like, you've had Metroid, so it's not too much missing out on. And so, like, the Switch has been successful in my eyes as well. Have I seen the new Dread figures? Figma? The Figma ones? The Power Suit Samus and Emmy ones I assume you're talking about. If so, then yes, I do want them. Very badly. But I do not have the money to get them. Yeah, there's always news about Prime 4, but it's like, you have to look at the context, because there's so many people blowing it up, and I've for so long said that, like, Prime 4, like, doesn't exist anymore, and really? Like, it exists. Like, this is how long games take to make, especially if it's a brand new one in the modern industry. This is the reality of it. I don't think the trilogy is coming on Switch, unfortunately. I used to think it was, but then I thought, like, logistically, why? Like, what's the point? If I'm in Nintendo's shoes and I'm looking at it purely as a business, like, decision, why put in the resources to make a Switch port of 3 games when I could just put all my resources into one new big game that everyone is clamoring for? Sure, you could use Trilogy as like a testing ground for the controls, but is that ultimately necessary? Why not just use that time to refine the controls of Prime 4 in the first place? Like, I want the Trilogy on the Switch as much as the next person, but I think the better and smarter investment is to put all your eggs in the basket of Prime 4, if we're talking Metroid. Let's see. Hello, Kevin Stone. I don't even think we'll get a Prime remaster that people were talking about. Yeah, if like, I'd like to remind people that the Prime 4 that started in 2000, well, that was announced in 2017, that game doesn't exist anymore. The only one that does exist is the one that Retro are doing. The only things that are carrying over are either potential assets that they might want to reuse, be it like Samus or Silex or something. The story, I think, will remain largely the same, depending on if that was like the thing that caused the forest fire of the game. But apart from that, Retro have probably had to redo their whole engine, or either just make a whole new one, which is not an easy feat. And people need to know this. Making an engine is hard. And it's not just like, oh, it's hard and like, no, it's not like that. You are having to write everything from scratch with code, testing it, making sure it works, making sure it doesn't run into any problems in the future, and you're having to learn it on the fly. It is not an easy situation. So yeah, like, an average, like, game development time, a brand new one, AAA, would be about 6 years. And that's average. Like, and it be good and functional. And with a brand new engine, that's even more the case. So people really need to be realistic. Like, a game isn't going to come out in 3 years. Like, look at it this way. Prime 4, that is going to take ages to come out. Prime 5 will be considerably quicker, because they will all have already done all the work they've needed to do. In terms of, like, making the engine, they would likely reuse assets. Not to say it's easy, it really isn't. But it would be quicker. And even then, that would still be, if we're talking prime levels of quality, that is still like 3 years. Without rushing, without crunch. Because remember, we don't want crunch. That's just such a toxic environment. I know it hurts that the Prime series won't be on the Switch, but I have Prime Hack, so it doesn't entirely bother me. But I know for others, it definitely stings. Yeah, because I've delved into game development myself and have worked in media and studied it as well. So it's like, I'm not just your random Twitter user that doesn't know what they're talking about. There are times I don't know what I'm talking about, like when I thought the Brawl Samus model was in corruption for some reason. But when it comes to game dev, I have a slight idea at least. It's not easy, and people really need to realize it isn't. Funnily enough, with other Metroidvanias, Metroid is like the only one I like. Like, I've played Ori, that's probably the only one I have liked. But the others I've really struggled to get into. I want to play Castlevania, but I don't know where I can get Castlevania. Also, I really like this pose. I wish there was a toggle to, like, remove the HUD in general. Oh, hell yeah, I'd like to play Aegon Waste Infinite. I was going to make the multiplayer maps from Echoes and Hunters in Infinite's Forge. I just cannot wrap my head around it. I think it's too complex for its own good now. But I also, like, don't have the time. $150 deaths, oh my god. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. It's like understanding an Eldritch God. Okay, let's game. I have not played Earthbound, no, but I am looking to play more games in general this year. I've already started with Signalis, or Signalis. I like Signalis because it sounds a little cooler. I've started Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I haven't actually gotten around to that until now. I have a load of things on my wish list. Not wish list, game list. But I'd like to give Earthbound a go. That'd be really cool. RPGs tend to not be my thing, apart from Pokemon. But I'll give it a go. I also need to play Resident Evil. I need to finish it. I did try Hollow Knight, and that's the game that made me realize, oh, not all Metroidvanias are the same. Because it definitely takes, from what I could see, it takes the... That was generous! Okay. I don't think I should have got hit by that, but we'll accept it. Yeah, I tried Hollow Knight. I think it goes the more Castlevania approach. We'll skip this because we've seen it now. And to be fair, I don't think I had the right mindset because I was just like, oh, Metroid, because Metroidvania. But that is 100% the wrong mindset to have. I wasn't seeing it for itself. And I think that's why I liked Ori, because I did that with it. I'll definitely give it another go. I like the art style, though. It's very cool. Oh. Now let me get rid of you first. And you. Cool. Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to. It's also like, there was also a weird moment that I felt like I shouldn't have been in a certain part of the game. And not in like, oh, this is cool. Like, I was getting my ass handed to me. And I didn't know if that was intended or not. But I really liked Ori though. I really liked it. It's very cute. Federation Force with other YouTubers? I do not know. Because I barely play Federation Force as it is. Like, I played it on Citra. And that's how I was able to record it and stuff. I wouldn't be able to capture it on the 3DS itself. Mostly because I have no idea how, and I wouldn't know how to connect like Citra online. I wouldn't be opposed to it. It would just be a matter of, can we capture the footage? Ah, why didn't I jump? Let me do that. 49. feel like I'm going too slow. Like, considering it's dread mode, but like, I also know that I'll just get one shot. Also, I really like this room. There's a lot of potential lore here. The lore. I also don't have turbo on. I want to make that very clear. Mostly because I don't have a control that has it on. And second, I don't know. I feel like that's too hand-holdy for me. Oh. Ah, come on. You clipped my toe. Okay, we've hit the 5-0 boundary. Okay, I can just... I am being too cautious. Oh, it's the Chosen Warrior, I forgot. These guys are cool. I really like them. They're a bitch to manipulate in SFM, though. Alright. Okay, cool. Mario Party trained me for these fights. Oh, my arm. Prime Metroid. Easily, Prime Metroid is my favorite. That's why Dread was such a surprise, because I think, like, none of the 2D Metroid games stuck with me, like, too much until Dread. Dread is already, like, my most replayed 2D Metroid game. Even more than Aim2R. And I love that game to death. But Prime is what got me into Metroid, and it will always be that way. That's why I'm even more excited for Prime 4 than I was with Dread. And I was excited for Dread. It's Metroid 5, like, it's a continuation after, like, how many years? So it was insane to finally see. One thing I never quite got, though. Why not just let us use the power bombs? I know it's, like, in universe it's technically ammo, rather than a gun itself, but... like, come on. That was close. Yeah, they have their pros and cons, but Prime has more pros and less cons. Hehehe. That is an interesting question, though. Like, and that's a question I've had with some other people. Like, do the hosts of Infected X, are they still conscious? Like, are they still aware of what's going on? I personally don't think so. And the Flood, the X use that to their own advantage. Because it's ambiguous, they use that to their own advantage. Yeah, and just because Prime is slower doesn't mean it's worse as well. And with Prime Hack, with the higher field of view, it feels so much quicker. And yeah, my arm cannon looks like the fucking long-nosed dog meme, but still. Yeah, I think Dread is the best 2D game, controversially. And largely due to its, like, how it plays. Like, it's so responsive, so smooth. It's the best controlling 2D game, in my opinion. Yeah, Dread is amazing. I still like Samus Returns a lot, especially for its atmosphere and music. Yeah, Prime is my sort of jam. Yeah, emulating the Prime games is a bit iffy. It can be a bit iffy. Thankfully, I don't have too many issues running it now. I used to, but I don't anymore. Rusted Peak. What do you mean by what's that referring to with the physical amnesia, and she won't fully understand it? Did I miss another message or something? Or is my short-term memory loss already? Or is my short-term memory loss already having a massive impact? Covered blobs. I don't think the Prime games in 2D are equal at all. They have very fundamentally different approaches, and with how they approach them, that doesn't make any sense. They have different approaches, and how they execute on those approaches, there we go. It does vary. And I feel that Prime executes on its concept immaculately. Now, I've had some people say that they remain conscious, especially with Quiet Robe. I've always found that they do fully die, and then the X use their memories and actions as a weapon. That's why the Quiet Robe was able to get to Samus in the end. Yeah, the games aren't too consistent, but I think using Dread as the main ammo, and then what Samus says about them in Fusion, I think is pretty clear. Yeah, Prime Hack to me is the best way to play Prime. All the Prime games. Prime 2 is the best, yeah. Echo's my beloved. Right? Like, Dread is too good. Like, it shouldn't be this good. Like, AM2R was my favorite 2D Metroid game, even though it wasn't official, but that's just how it is. I never clicked too much with Super. it felt too floaty. The controls are very irresponsive at times. It can be frustrating. And sometimes it feels like it can break its own rules, even though really it doesn't. But I respect Super Metroid a hell of a lot for what it did. I would like Prime 4 to have more action, yeah, but not at the cost of exploration. I would just want an improvement to the combat. The main thing I would want is a shove mechanic or a melee mechanic, akin to Left 4 Dead 2. Because there are so many instances in all of the Prime games where pirates and stuff like that would be in your face and you literally cannot do anything about it. So I would just like a shove mechanic, please. A shove mechanic or just a straight up melee attack where Samus uses a pirate blade against them. That would be dope. Because, like, Samus should have a melee weapon. She should. Because, like, as we see in Samus Returns, once her arm cannon is pinned, she's defenseless. She can't do anything. So she has to have a way to resolve that issue. She should have some sort of blade to, like, get herself out of that situation to free her arm cannon. Or potentially overheat her arm cannon so whatever is holding it is melting because of the heat. Yeah, I would like more. I would like better combat, but not at the detriment of exploration. And I would like the elements used in combat to also enhance the exploration. So, like, a shove mechanic would also be used to move terrain. Dread, I think Dread is the perfect evolution for 2D. People say it's too linear. It's not. You choose for it to be. Like, there are options to make it not. Oh, Corruption was really good. It's quote unquote the worst of the trilogy, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I love its opening. So many people hate it. I love it. Oh, the thing is with the X, they're not a hive mind. That's a very important distinguishing fact. It's not a hive mind. They operate like the only shared goal they have is to reproduce and infect. They don't exchange information between individuals like the Flood do. That's what makes the Flood so dangerous. But the X can manipulate their hosts and use it to sabotage much more effectively. Because with the Flood, you know they're infected with the Flood. They can't do stuff like this. See, with this, the X is reusing the last moments of Ravenbeak for its own benefit, to hunt Samus down, to exterminate her. They're so smart. But with that X, it's using Quiet Robe's intelligence specifically. Okay, I have a limited amount of chat space, so let me get to that. So the X and Flood are very different. Now let me scroll up a little bit. I'm sure you guys will be able to see this. But maybe not, I don't know. I'm still new to this layout. This is the first time I've done this. I'm sorry, I just like to talk. I like, when I get like this, I just like to talk. I don't even know what British slang I said, but yeah, it does come in. Echo supremacy. It's ambiguous, yeah, but I think how I have it in my mind, it makes the most sense. The host dies, the X takes over fully and uses their intelligence, memories and stuff like that, and muscle memory to its own advantage. Yeah, Super is great, especially for the time, but it has definitely aged mechanically. Visually, it's still amazing, but mechanically, I think it has aged like dog water. Um, but I still heavily respect it for what it's done, both for the industry and Metroid itself, because it spawned the game that got me into Metroid in the first place, Prime. Okay, so the thing with the Federation is so many people feel that because of the Japanese version, like the Japanese narrative, that the Federation are the good guys. And that may be the case. I don't know the Japanese narrative, but in the English narrative, at least, it seems like the Federation are evil and have malicious intent and want Samus wiped out. Because, right, wouldn't they? Like, she's messed up their plans so many times. And for good reason. So to me, the Federation are the villains. Still, like the entirety, and not just a small ragtag group. Because if it was, they would have been wiped out by now as well. And the Emmy are like the first main step to get Samus specifically. Let me see. Yeah, laser beam sword on a wrist would be really cool. Think of like the elites in Halo where they have the energy dagger. Oh, pardon me. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want a blade or melee option on her cannon though. Because what happens if the cannon's pinned? She can't do anything. I wouldn't say Prime is... Because to use objectively, that it's a controversial way, because... It's a controversial way to go about it, because... Objectivity is weird, because people will use it in a way that... In reality, it's reflective of their opinion. I find... When it comes to Prime... Prime 1 is the most replayable and traditional Metroid game out of the entire Prime trilogy. I can play Prime several dozen times and not get bored of it. I think that is its true gem of a miracle type shit. I know I'm just spouting words, but it's a miracle that I can play it 10 times in a week and not get bored. I can't say the same for Echoes or Corruption, even though I love Echoes, my beloved. And like the fact that like Prime itself is quite a short game when you think about it, especially if you get quite good at it. You can complete it in like half a day. 100% as well. Echoes, it's a longer experience that isn't as nearly as replayable. Same with Corruption. Yeah, Corruption is definitely a more story and action driven game compared to the other two, and that's fine. But I like how it approached it. And there's still plenty of exploration to do. I love the environments and how you traverse them. Let me see. Oh, do you mean let me see. Miller Diamond, do you mean like Quiet Rope when he's infected by the X looks like the Ing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that's referring to now. I am so far behind in chat. I'm sorry. Hang on. Rundus is cool. I disagree that Hunters did planets better than Echoes. Corruption, sorry. Because of the scale of Hunters, it's very limited, whereas the worlds in Prime 3 feel fully realized. Not as much as it would be for Talon 4 in Prime, as well as Aether and Dark Aether and Echoes. But they do still feel fully realized. They feel lived in. Mechanically, for Super Metroid, it's the mechanics. The controls, how you navigate the world, it feels very stiff. the item layout especially, it's not very clear where things are. Because things like Aim to Art and Dread have the advantage of environmentally telling you where things are. Prime has the sound cues, and I wish they were brought more into the 2D games as well. But Super, there are next to no clues. Especially for hidden items. And yeah, the whole point is hidden item, but if you hide 2 items in the same tile and there's no clue, how are you ever supposed to know it's there? Hidden doesn't mean impossible to find. Yeah, weapon swaps in Super are arse. I don't know, like, my dream Metroid game at the minute is Echoes. But if we want to be traditional, it would be Prime. Oh, Calvin, the gaming with Calvin, she messed up too. We have to acknowledge that, as much as it pains me to say, Other M is canon. She messed up the Federation's plans there, and she messed up everyone's plans in Fusion. And if we take into consideration Dread as well, that's 3. She eradicated the Emmy despite that being the directive that the bounty had. Which, by the way, she wasn't even meant... she chose not to follow. She wasn't on ZDR to follow the mission. It's very clear with Adam's tone. And how Samus's body language is shown. Let me try and scroll through. I'm sorry if I don't read all of your comments. Okay, so the plot with the Federation is that there is a small tag corrupt part of it that is trying to use the Metroids as weapons. That works only once in a storytelling aspect. That would work only once. Because once it's exposed, it should be naturally eradicated. But as of Dread, it is still there. There's been no further comment about it. Like, it was there in Other M, it's there in Fusion. Why is it still there? It shouldn't be around. Because if I was in Samus's shoes, if that small tag of corrupt government officials or whatever, if they're not dealt with, why shouldn't I suspect that the entire Federation is corrupt then? Because if the leadership aren't doing anything about it, why would I trust them if they're not... If this small group has this much power... Like, who's to say the entire Federation isn't corrupt? And the fact that nothing has been done about them... That's an insane red flag. People in real life don't trust their governments after one mistake. Let alone 2 or 3. So why would Samus, the most capable and probably intelligent bounty hunter in the entire galaxy, do the same? Why wouldn't she, like, trust them? No, why would she trust them? That's the better question. And that's a thing even in the Japanese narrative, as far as I'm aware. But in Other M and Fusion, it's a small corrupt part of the Federation. In both instances. Why would Samus trust them? Why would, if they're still there, why would she trust them? I don't get it. Anyway, let me see. Best Metroid OST overall, Echoes. By far. Pardon me. I've played a little bit of Axiom Verge. I didn't play too much of it because I felt lost. And not as in, oh, I am lost. I felt lost. It felt a little disconnected. Let me see. Oh, the point with the corruption thing is, though, it's like, it's the same group. And the fact that they're still around, it's like, surely you would question why that is the case if they're still around. And if they continue to be, what if that's just how the Federation are? And even Federation Force, it hints to that. Why would the Federation want a Metroid if the entire faction isn't corrupt? Is that just another small tag, like, yeah, I'm mixing up my words, but is that just the small group coming into the main special forces of the Federation? That just doesn't add up. There would be receipts. There would be receipts. Okay. My headcanon is that Other M isn't canon, but I have to accept that it is. Because Nintendo say it is. And as much as I dislike that, I have to bite the bullet. Yeah, it would be an amazing plot point. I'd like that to be covered. It's a really fascinating subject, and if Samus does, like, scatter the Federation, that is when I'd want the Kraken to strike. Okay, let's play the game. I've been talking enough. No, I'm not going to see your transformation. Okay, let's play. Let's play. God damn it! I looked away for 1 second. Okay, 51. I spent that entire time talking, only to just get walked into. I feel that the Federation as a whole is corrupt. If I were to write a new story for Metroid, what would it be? It would depend on where it's set. Is it set during the Phazon Crisis, before Zero Mission, after Dread? Give me a prompt and I'll get you something. It's difficult with Other M, like, because if they remake it, that would just invalidate the original game. And I don't think Nintendo want to do that either. So, my original idea would have been, before Dread anyway, is to ignore the game. Is to just ignore it even existed. And unfortunately, god damn it, like, unfortunately for me, they have, oops, shit, sorry. They did officially acknowledge it in Dread, much to my dismay. But funny enough, the way they went about acknowledging Other M in Dread is the best part about Other M. It took Dread to make Other M cool. Which is incredibly funny to me. Thing. Come on, let me. There we go. No, I don't want Phazon to still be a thing. I want there to be the echoes, of Phazon. I want there to be like abandoned Phazon factories and stuff. So then it still feels like it's within the same universe. And there is that connecting aspect. But I don't want Phazon itself. I want to see the consequences of Phazon. I draw Kraken Empire stuff? Oh, that'd be cool. Link it. Link your Twitter. Or link a specific art piece. During Prime 3? Okay. Let's have a little look. Because it's a little tricky for during Prime 3 specifically, because especially if you want a Samus story, because she's knocked out for like a month. So, ooh, that is a tricky one actually. Who would you want the story to be about? To be fair with Zero Mission, it's a completely new game. And I wouldn't say... It doesn't invalidate the original, it just updates it. And that may sound like idiotic to say, but I mean it in the sense that the original still exists. And it's still talked about as the original. Whereas, for example, what you're proposing with Another M remake is to completely eradicate the original. And while I would be supportive of that, I don't think that's what Nintendo would want to do. And I don't think they would want to push that sort of implication. I don't want any phase on in Prime 4. Because that would invalidate Phase's destruction. We don't want to pull a Star Wars here. Yeah, link Miller Diamond, link it in the chat. Yeah, all Phase-On should be good at From Corruption, yeah. I don't want, as cool as Dark Samus is, I don't want her to return. I would want the consequences of what she's done, and maybe like updated information about her, but I would not want to see her specifically. Let me see. I'm sorry, like, I just get so engaged when people talk. I think, like, yeah, the original Metroid isn't canon anymore. It still has the basic blueprint of the original story. No, let me rephrase it. Zero Mission is the canon interpretation of the Metroid story, but the original Metroid story is still relevant. Like, that translated over to Zero Mission, so it's just Zero Mission had it updated. Could be about the 3 other hunters during that month. Ooh, that's a good idea. I would want it to be about Gandrada specifically, because we know a lot about Rundus. Like, there's a surprisingly, like, good amount of information about Gore. Like, did you know he's charitable? He's a charitable person. But I would like Gandrada because she has a personal connection to Samus, in that she saw Samus as her rival. Dreaming, I know. But when she was corrupted by Dark Samus, she wanted to offer Samus's head as a trophy to Dark Samus, separate from her corruption. She didn't want to kill Samus because she was corrupt. She wanted to kill Samus. The corruption only enhanced that feeling. And I think that's really cool. And I'd want that explored. I'd want that rivalry morphed into hatred. And perhaps even jealousy. Because, like, she turns into Samus a couple of times, so it somewhat comes off as jealousy. So, like, unlike Rundus and Gore, who I imagine were reluctant to join Dark Samus' side, or were forced to, I think Gandrada would see it as an opportunity. So she's willing to join. Because she seems the most sentient out of the three of them. Rundus felt like he was being puppeted. Gore had his basic mind, like, still there. Gandreda, like, was still fully conscious and sentient. So I think that that has a reason to be the case. So Rundus was forced, Gore was reluctant, Gandreda was fully willing. I'd like to see more Ridley, yeah, but it's tough because Super is the canonical end to Ridley himself. Other M is, and apparently Fusion is the clone Ridley, which I don't like, but you know. Yeah, I don't like the clone Ridley thing. It's like, really? You've turned him into a Pokemon. Yeah, like Gandreda being explored would be really cool. Yeah, Gore, when he's corrupt, he is a little psychotic, yeah, but he still has his good intentions, as hinted by him being charitable. Because he helps Samus in the end. Like, he fully explains how to help her situation. Oh, I mean reluctant to become corrupt and join Dark Samus's cause. Because, yeah, like, Dark Samus is very obviously not a good aspect. Like, she's pure evil. But she may have had some logic, and maybe Gore saw that. But Rundus, he's all hero, so he'd be, you know, no, fuck you, I'm not joining you, and then that's when he's forced to become corrupt. That's why I say he looks like he's being puppeted until, like, his last moments. Like, when you defeat Rundus, he looks like he has no idea where he is. And then he's impaled. Yeah, I don't like how Other M and Fusion handled Ridley. With Fusion, it's retroactive how I don't like it. Because to me, like, even if you remove Other M, Fusion Ridley would still have the same origin as the Metroids. Like, you literally have the same origin story in Other M for Ridley and the Metroids. You just apply that to Fusion. That's literally how it is. Again, I don't want Prime 4 to have Ridley. I want Weevil to be the main space pirate threat. I would want Ridley in Prime 4 as a post-credit scene. That is like the extent of what I'd want him to be, to connect to Samus Returns. And to pull a Megatron against Weevil, who would be pulling a Starscream. Okay, let's play. I've talked enough. My voice is gonna die soon, I imagine. I feel like I can get there, but I don't. You know what? Let's try it. I messed up. There we go. Ah, oh, you bitch. God damn it. Alright, let me update this. No, I don't want to enter. God damn it. We're still good. We're still good. Gore has a personality disorder? I'm not the... I don't spot those things sort of easily, so... Oh, come on. Oh, come on, I did this earlier. I don't even know if it's entirely worth going up here, but we'll find out. Oh, I mistimed it. No, I'm... Okay, this is... Come on. There we go. Where are you? Whoa. I was ready for you that time. Whew! Let's go. Okay. Okay, 54. Do you agree with what some person's opinions say that Metroid should never have had a storyline to begin with and should have been an atmospheric game only? I do not agree with that whatsoever. That would get very boring very quickly. Because then it's like, why am I here? That's it. I know. Oh, God. Don't worry, we'll get past this Emmy. I'm very sure of it. I just need to take my time. Okay. Okay, cool. We got there. Because of that little shortcut, I got to this part a lot quicker. And I think I'm supposed to have the ice missile for those things. So, cool. Yeah, Silex and Weevil would be really awesome. Like, I know Silex is going to be in the game. Like, that's borderline confirmed. But Weevil, I would really like to be in there. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have a look at that then. About Gore. Oh, hold on. Come on. Come on. There we go. I could have just jumped, but you know. sweet time. Ooh, I wasn't sure I was gonna hit that then. Oh, we got him. We. No, this gives me the ice bill. So what was I on about earlier? What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, in Dread mode, all hits are instant death, except damage over time, apart from if they're dealt by creatures and enemies. So with the Emmy, the ice damage over time thing, that insta-kills. The flying thing in Gavran, that's insta-kill. But lava isn't. So that is a very neat bit of info. I know that canonically there's a Ridley species in a canonically manga. I can feel my brain on fire. Oh yeah, I should shine spark into more things in general. God damn it. I think that's probably what I'll have to do against SQ for the storm missiles. But if I get the shot, screw attack, I shouldn't need to. Oh, come on. Oh, both Silex and Weevil are super cool. I really like more exploration on them. But, like, Silex has always been my homeboy. Like, he was my main in Hunters. Ever since, like, figuring out that he could practically be, the Galactic Federation's attempt at their own Samus, that has been super interesting to me. Oh, I should get the, thing down here, isn't it? I am being so careful. Yeah, I like Weevil and Silex. They're both really cool. Some people say that just a few Ridley race can get like Ridley. I don't know. I always like the interpretation that Ridley is just Ridley. He's just cool, and he's just Ridley. I'd like more exploration on Ridley himself rather than his species. Because I don't care about the rest of Ridley's species. I care about Ridley. He's cool. I do consider the Metroid manga canon up to where it conflicts with Zero Mission. That is where I get to. Energy tanks are still worth getting, especially if you want to do sequence breaking, because or get things in lava before you want to. If you want to get things in cold areas or lava places where items are, it's still good for that. Like Silex's like entire character seems to be the Federation's attempt at making Samus. He does the thing that the Space Pirates could never figure out. He could turn into a morph ball. He has the same energy ball thing that Samus goes into in Prime. He does the exact same thing. No other species has shown to be able to do that, apart from the Chozo and then Samus herself. So now that the Federation can do it, you see what I'm saying? His lights are green just like Samus's as well. And why would he hate Samus? Because the Federation made him to be a Samus clone. And not like a literal Samus clone, to basically make Sylix in her image. So it could be like a tragic backstory for him. And I think that's really interesting. Hello, GeoDragon. This is today. I've just done this. Pardon me. I think it's pretty... Oh, jeez, I'm burpy now. I think this is really cool. I like all the hunters. Like, I'd want to see them again, but... Sylix, Weevil, Trace, and Noxus are the most interesting in that order to me. And then Candon and Spire. Yeah, I don't want Ridley to be too explained, apart from his, like, he is a demon. He is Samus's personal demon. He should be that. He lives to torment her, and I'd love to see that more. The only like series the only manga series that is canon is the one that shows it's the main two. Like Samus and Joey, the other ones they're not. Yeah, Weevils looks like Samus' suit as well, yeah, but it's like it's more of an imitation rather than a recreation. Yeah, that's the thing. The bombs are exactly the same as well. Sylix, like, the evidence is there. He is a recreation of Samus, and it's so cool. Once I clicked that he has his own literal morph ball, I was just like, oh my god. Yeah, like I said to someone earlier, I can't remember the name, but I would want a new game as opposed to a Hunter's remake. I would just want a new game where, like, it's akin to Star Wars Battlefront, where you have your main troopers, engineer, stuff like that, and then if you get enough kills, you can become either like a PED trooper or Samus. And then, if you're the Space Pirates, you can become Ridley or Commandos. I have to highlight the link, hang on. Did you send it? I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, Sylix's armor is a prototype. The same as his ship and the shock coil as well. And it's not the first time the Federation have tried to recreate Samus's tech. The mechs in Federation Force are literally stated to be recreations. Well, more imitations, but based on Samus's suit. but Silex's suit is practically a recreation. The thing is, Geodragon, that isn't out of the realm of possibility. If, like, apart from the Prime 4 being a myth part, the if Prime 4 is not going to, yeah, if Prime 4 isn't going to lead into Samus Returns, and that there is another trilogy planned, Prime 4, Prime 5 already starting to be worked on isn't too unrealistic. Because the concept people, they're done. Like, they're not doing anything now. The thing is, I don't want to see more of Ridley species. I just want more of Ridley. But in a way that makes sense. I'm sad that Federation Force wasn't in the Prime art style. That is the thing that made me sad. Also, Miller Diamond, I'm not seeing the link in the chat. So, like, there's nothing for me to click. I'm wondering if YouTube is, like, seeing it as spam or something. Let me have a little look-see. Unless you sent it to me on Twitter. Let me have a little look. Sorry that I'm not playing the game at the very second. One sec. Let's see. Okay, it's not on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere. I have to highlight the link to look at it. I might be having a brain fart, but I'm not seeing a link to highlight. You can't send links in YouTube chats? Okay. Okay, Miller Diamond, send it to me on Twitter. Like, either at me or DM me or something. Maybe at me, so I can show it here as well. Yeah, restarts suck, but at the end of the day, it's better for the game. Oh, funnily enough, Geodragon, I'm playing through Security Breach right now, which is funny. Yeah, I love Metroid theories and discussions. I don't watch too many YouTubers and stuff like that about Metroid and stuff, just so I don't like get influenced by them. Like, as weird as that sounds. I don't think they're gonna use the Prime 1.5 storyline. So I think the story of Metro Prime 4 is going to be specifically about Silex and, well, Silex especially. That's borderline confirmed, but I think Weevil would be a very interesting subplot. Let me see. Yeah, I've just beat the Gavron Emmy. Other areas of the Metroid universe? I would like the Kraken to be explored primarily. To my Discord? Oh, that's a good shout, actually. By the way, if you guys do have a Discord, feel free to join my server. It's on the YouTube channel, and I think it's in the description as well. Have a little look-see. Yeah, I would like the Kraken in general to be explored. I would like the Noxus to be explored as well. The Vozon. Or Vuzon, or someone said. I prefer Vozon. Sounds cooler. I would like the Luminoth to come back to see how they're faring. I would like to at least have an update on Talon 4. I don't know. I would just like more lore. Like, I want to know more planets and what they do. I want to know where certain vehicles come from, where certain characters come from. It'd be cool. I want a Metroid encyclopedia so bad. Oh, good. Yeah, it would be cool to fight Weevil again. I don't know about that, Ricardo. I think Silex is going to be the main villain, akin to Dark Samus. Yeah, I missed the Luminoth as well. Okay, right. Let me play. Let me play a little bit. Oh no, the jump is here, isn't it? Yeah, somewhere. No, it's not. It's gonna be here somewhere. I have played this game a lot, by the way. I think it is this way. I think I was right originally. Okay. Wow, the frames. It chugged. Is that really... Hang on. Okay. Wait, because I think I do need the... I can't remember what the ability is called, where you just jump once. It's not the space jump. Loop comes to mind, but I don't think it's that either. We'll see in a sec. Spin boost. That's it. The Pirate Homeworld is? I think it's still a pirate homeworld, unless the Federation like exterminated everyone, but that's not said to be a thing. I know next to nothing about Samus and Joey. All I know is that Samus uses, I think, a minigun in that. No, that's the the Echoes novelization. All I know there actually is that she catches a bullet, which is really cool. I would want Weevil to stay his original look, so it can match, at least in my mind, him being at the end of Kraid's room in Super. I want, with Dread's story, I want it to be that Samus basically exposes the Federation if they are indeed all evil. I think they are, as much as a lot of people say they aren't. I think this is to get early... No, I should get the cross bomb first. Where was that? Okay, it is just that. Oh, come on. Okay, that is a multiple bomb. I shall save again. I could get the screw attack now, actually. Now that I think about it. Let me see. Yeah, K2L would be cool to see. It was a planet, but like where Samus is was a colony on K2L. The planet still exists, but the colony doesn't anymore. Speaking of which, I don't think SR388 is completely destroyed. I would like it to be like cracked in half with like its core exposed. That'd be really cool. What do I think about... Oh, this is Dread mode, by the way. It's not hard mode. So I will get one shot by everything. What do I think about Halo Infinite? Oh god. What a waste. I think that says it. The campaign I liked. I'm very upset about the situation at Halo at the minute. Especially considering it was like my other favorite franchise, along with Metroid. The multiplayer is in shambles. So yeah, not the best. Yeah, the fusion suit at the beginning of okay, that was a bit weird. The fusion suit at the beginning of Dread is really cool, and the idea that it's healing, that's a really cool idea, because I always knew it was biological, but to actually see that explicitly shown, that's really cool as well. Oh, don't joke about the fusion Vari suit, Jesus. Oh, come on! I'm so good at this game, guys. Justin Bailey colored suit model in Dread Archives? What? Speaking of Justin Bailey, I don't know if y'all are even ready to hear this. Nah, I'll hold on to it. I have never played a Dead Space. I've watched Markiplier play it years ago. Oh, come on. But that's about it. That's my experience with Dead Space. Game's done quick dread mode. Oh god, I dread to imagine. Ah, get it? It's the name of the game. Laugh, guys. You can laugh. There we go. This boss does get me a couple times even on normal. Thank you guys, that's filled me with great self-confidence. Yeah, I don't really know anything about Dead Space, but I'm not particularly interested. And so with me, if something doesn't interest me, I will have no like affiliation with it. This boss is kind of neat, design-wise. It's really cool. I like the colors. It speaks to me. Oh, that was a bit close. I appreciate this little callback. And I always do what I do in Fusion. Bailey suit model. If it's just a Rickroll, you're banned. Oh, that's probably because Justin Bailey was in Samus Returns. Like, it's an alternate ending skin for the Zero Suit Samus model. which by the way is her best look. That's the best, like, best Zero Suit Samus look. Because it's already ridiculous. If you have those colors, okay, that works. It is weird how the Ice Beam has changed into the Ice Missile in general, yeah. I also like how that it shows the Gravity Suit there as opposed to the Varia Suit, it's funny. Let me see. One sec. What's your favorite new power-up in this game? Flash Shift, yeah, I agree. I agree, Flash Shift. I need that to come back. Please, Mercury Steam. Yeah, speaking of the Samus Return suit, I want the high heels from it removed. Please, right this second. It ruined it. Okay. Now, if I had the screw attack, I could do all that already, but it is fine. Oh, it's probably there because it's like a holdover from Samus Returns, because as far as I understand, this is the same engine as Samus Returns. It's the same engine, and so like that, it's just like leftover assets. And they probably use the textures for something else. And so getting rid of it would be like the coconut or something from, I think, Team Fortress 2? So like getting rid of it would actually like break the game or some shit. I'm spitballing there, but like it wouldn't surprise me if that was a thing. Should I get the gravity suit already? I may as well, right? Like, there's no real point to not. Hang on, could I... No, I don't think I can do that, can I? No, I can with the crossbomb now. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I love, oh, do you mean the suit, or do you mean, Zero Suit Samus? With the 3D model, Ricardo? I haven't seen the new Avatar film though, but I do want to. I love the original. As much as people like to joke about saying like, no one liked the original, no one likes this one, it's like, I did. I used to annoy my brothers with it. Yeah, I really want the flash shift back. Oh, I think it's kind of by design that the Samus Returns suit looks similar to Dark Samus, especially the visor. It's a more aggressive look. Especially, like, given what you're doing, it's quite appropriate. Do I like the final suit in Metroid Prime? In Prime 1? Yeah, I do. I made a short on it as well. Which you can check out on my main video, on my main YouTube channel. It's a playlist. There's a bunch of Metroid suit shorts. As you can tell, I'm not very good at this yet. but I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like, once you make one game, the next one's easier to make. That's probably why Dread was quite quick, when you think about it. It's also a 2D game with a relatively simple art style, but they probably used a lot of things from Samus Returns as well. That's why it was, like, somewhat quick in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, we'll get the gravity suit now, why not? Yeah, I saw the Justin Bailey coloured gravity suit. Unless you sent me something else, hang on. Yeah, that's probably why that's there, because there was the Justin Bailey ending skin. Oh yeah, I like that the new Zero suit got rid of the high heels. There's still the visual language of heels, like there's an insinuation that they exist, but they don't. I don't mind that. It's like, you can imply that they are there. As long as they actually aren't, I don't mind. But yeah, it's great to see a more classic look of the Zero suit. But I still don't think it's the best. The best Zero suit, in my opinion, is Zero Missions, because it actually feels like it has a purpose there. But the best suitless Samus is Super Metroid, no question. If we're talking official anyway. Ooh, it's a bit laggy here. Let me see. Yeah, it's cool to see the classic Zero suit come back, but I would still like a better look for Samus in general. Would the flash shift work in Prime? I don't think so. As it's currently used, I don't think so. However, Sprint and then Shine Spark definitely could. Look at Halo 5 and how that does stuff. Literally use it as a template. You can make an amazing Metroid Prime game out of that. Alright. We got it. Always love that bit where the light comes on. Dread was 4 years in 2D, I wouldn't call that quick. When you think about it, it's a new game on new hardware in comparison to the 3DS. It's HD, 60 FPS, most of the time. And it's, again, still, if you look at the modern gaming industry and how games are made in general, it takes a lot to do. The fact that Prime 4 could be coming out next year, that is insane. Like, that's insane to think about. And remember, like, Samus Returns was released, like, late into 2017. And I want to say they started development in early 2018. I could be wrong about that, but they did finish Samus Returns and almost go back to that go instantly into Dread. But given the situation, like circumstances, it's definitely quick. It's still a 3D game. It's not like the setting is 2D, and how you interact with the world is in a 2D setting. But the game itself is still 3D with 3D models, 3D backgrounds, stuff like that. It's not a pixelated game, so it makes sense that it would take that long. Yeah, it's still surprising that Dread is even out. Yeah, I saw the Zero Suit model. I've seen it before. Like, I like it. I'm glad it's more of the Zero Mission style, and I'm glad we barely see it. But the Zero Suit actually has a purpose to contrast with how you control Samus. Because throughout the entire game, up to that point, you've looked orange, you've had a lot of power, you've been really acrobatic and fast. Now suddenly you're blue, and don't move as fast and are nowhere near as powerful. It has that visual reinforcement of like that you're a completely different character at the minute. And so when you get the legendary power suit, it feels even more rewarding to get out of that. Yeah, it's bizarre how Dread is like over a year old now. Okay, gaming with Calvin, you know I'm not saying it just because Suitless Samus is in her underwear. You know for a fact. If that was the case, I'd say the original Metroid or even Metroid 2 would be the best, because that wears even less. But the reason why I say Super Metroid's is better is because she actually looks like she has muscle. And the best part, she still has long hair, but when she has her helmet on, it's done up, so it's not in the way. That is why that one's the best one. Because it's the most sensible and realistic for the character. Saying I like the design just because it has like swimwear, underwear, or no clothing, that's a little degrading and somewhat insulting. And a very simplistic worldview in general. And that would imply that I don't like Samus in her power suit when I feel it is the best way to depict her at all times. In fact, I would rather we never see her Zero Suit or be her suitless at all. Okay, I loved Samus Returns. It was great. Wait, let me show that. No, I don't think Ridley was unnecessary. It was great. Yeah, Dread delivered in the boss department. It was really cool. I still don't think it hit the Echoes levels. I think Echo still has the best bosses. But in general, I think Dread is the best 2D game, including bosses and stuff. It has the best bosses in the 2D games, except for Proteus Ridley. I will stand on that. I think Proteus Ridley as a single boss is the best boss in the 2D games. But collectively, I would say Dread has the best. No, because like you could still reveal Samus as a human being without having her to take her suit off. Dread does that flawlessly. Like, it shows her face, it shows organic body language. It's done masterfully. Even Echoes does it. That's why they're my favorite interpretations of Samus. Because they managed to do all that without having Samus take her suit off. That didn't touch me. Well, we hadn't died in a while, but to be fair, I'd been talking for a bit. So now this also means that, like, because I have the gravity suit, I would have to fight the experiment. Which, if I didn't do in Dread mode, I feel like I already am kind of cheating, but I don't get the full experience then.
Next house there is an icon up.
Yeah, Ravenbeak and Proteus Ridley are great bosses, but I would say Proteus Ridley is the best 2D boss ever. In Metroid. I can't speak for the other 2D games in general. God damn it. That was a completely unnecessary death. I just wanted to explore a bit more. It's tough to talk about a Super Metroid remake, because so many people hold that game so dear to their heart. It's tough to, like, it's tough to give them a game that isn't Super Metroid again. Because any change, like, here's the thing I have noticed with the Metroid fandom, and like, I don't mean to put us all on blast, but like, we tend to not like change. That's why Corruption tends to be really disliked. That's why Fusion was really disliked. That's not why Other M is disliked. I want to make that very clear. It's because that was a shit game. I'm open to the changes as long as they are done well. That's why I like Corruption, because it handled those changes very well, in my opinion. Yeah, I could have got this earlier, but yes. I want to fight. What's his face? Oh, there's you as well, I forgot. I'm not using turbo, by the way. These are my Mario Party skills coming in. Oh, he shot that so quick. We have 60 deaths now. Yeah, the sole existence of Proteus Ridley, like, canonizes, like, even though it's not, it wasn't really in question. Like, it canonizes Prime. Because the entire point of its existence is to do that. The devs confirm that. But yeah, it does solidify Prime as well and truly canon, even though it was already. It's just arrogant people are saying it's not. Oh, come on. I thought you'd shoot it a bit sooner like you did before. Okay. I'll probably only be streaming for like another half an hour. Because we would have been streaming for 3 hours then, and that's a pretty good stream. Yeah, I was sequence breaking, but I decided to get the gravity suit. because I want to fight the experiment. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay. Oh, Nightmare is awesome. I love him. Except another room where he's just a screaming baby. There's a lot I don't like about other room. God damn it. Oh, please tell me it auto-saved after I beat it. How many planets the sun has blown up? I think it's 2. Because she blew up Zebus, she's blown up Dark Aether. And even then, like she herself only technically blew up Dark Aether. Because she stole the energy. Zebus and... Oh no, there's SR388 as well. Even then, I don't think it should be fully destroyed. So there's SR388 and Dark Aether, she properly destroyed. ZDR and Zebus, they were all self-destruct sequences that I think the villains put on the place in the first place. Oh, that got me from there? I just need to, like, keep moving then. Oh, come on, that was okay. I should have seen it. I thought it was an X, not gonna lie. The ice flying thing, it blew up. And it has insane range for some reason. Yeah, I'm just gonna speed boost past everything. I know. Just let me shoot though. Oh, for God's sake, that thing. When you, like, defeat it, it, like, self-destructs. Oh, God. That's 64. Yeah, I don't like the idea of SR388 being completely destroyed. I'd want it to be, like, in half. So it creates, like, a unique visual. Because, like, a spaceship like that, completely destroying a planet? I don't know. And yeah, there's obviously, like, the fact of planets being destroyed in the first place as they are. Like, it makes it feel a bit weird anyway. I don't know. I think it would be a great opportunity to have a unique visual. I'm gonna save, because...
Uploading data.
Yeah, that's what I thought with the Zebus anyway. Like, it's a planetary explosion from the pirates due to the core exploding or something. I don't know. God damn it. Those things are really annoying as well. 65. I dread to imagine how many I'm going to end up with. Yeah, I don't think we're going to finish it today, unfortunately. But we have made progress, and we had a lovely couple chats. Oh, you just prod me, and that gets me. 66. My thoughts on how the hell Kraid ended up on ZDR. Is it a clone? I think it's another Kraid. It's not the same individual, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's the same Kraid that we fight in Zero Mission or Super. I think it's a different individual. And I think the evidence is in the body language. Because Samus clearly shows familiarity with Kraid. Kraid just looks like an animal fighting on its territory. And that's it. Like, it looks like it's just trying to ward off an invader. Rather than, oh, you're Samus, I know you. It's not like that. Because if this Kraid knew Samus, it would be reacting very differently. Yeah, I never really got how you're supposed to get up here without the screw attack and the space jump. Unless you already have meant to have gone back to Ferenia. That's probably how it was. Thinking about it. We're just not going to talk about that one. I can't believe I'm, like, struggling a lot more than I would have expected. Though, admittedly, like, talking and playing games at the same time is surprisingly hard. I don't know how Let's Players do it all the time. Oh, wow. Hang on. That's a neat little interaction I didn't know about. There is that as well, then. Oh, this save room looks really weird when it's all lit up like this. Yeah, ZDR Kratos was chained up, yeah, because it was hunted by the Chozo, but a lot of people are wondering if it's the same Kraid as in Super Metroid. I don't think it is. Because of the body language. Body language is important. That's why I hold Dread and Echoes of Samus so highly. She's so expressive just through her body language. Whoa, that was close. Dying to that would have been really embarrassing. Oh, I just ran into a wall enemy. Like an idiot. Like 100% avoidable. Weren't the bomb combos in Aim to R like the same as supers? I could be wrong. I haven't played Aim to R for a little bit actually, now that I think about it. Let's... Can never save too much. Ooh, that's a really low texture on the ball. Right in the middle. Yeah, this song. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of the lab before the Queen Metroid. Like that little jingle there. It reminded me of the lab in Samus Returns. It's very bizarre. I don't remember the multiple bomb combos, to be honest. Okay, this is a very important part actually, because remember how Samus like lowered her guard with Kraid? It's because she knew what Kraid was and how he operated. This thing, however... Oh, okay, I don't know you, I'm gonna stance up. That is why body language is important. Samus isn't like badass just for the sake of it. She knew how Kraid worked. She doesn't know how this thing does. And so she is cautious. But still looks cool while she does. What's funny is I'm supposed to have the Seeker missile by this point. I know it's the Storms, but I say Seeker missile at times. God damn it, I couldn't figure out how to get past that. Okay, I'm only allowed one more death, guys. I mean, it already has Miller. Phase. I know you're saying like a creature like biological, where it's all fleshy and stuff, but Phase was a living thing. Try and focus a little bit. Ah, that was a little cheap. Phase is a living creature, yeah. So that's 69. I'm not allowed to die anymore. That's a nice number. Please laugh, guys. It's the funny sex number. Okay, let's try and get it. Loki, I wanted to instantly die. Yeah, I'm supposed to have the Seeker missile for this fight, especially considering I could use several missiles on it. But also it has the fucking grabby hands that I could use the Seeker missile for. I know it's not called the Seeker missile, but I just call it that. the jets. So cool. Yeah, for these. I'm going to Shine Spark you. No, I'm not. No. Well, guys, thanks for coming to the stream. God damn it. Goodbye, nice number. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I really did. If I managed to jump over that last bit, I would have managed to. I'm no longer nice. Ooh, that was a bit close. I know it's turbo sad. Okay. I should have it this time now. I got 3 of them, that's pretty good. Oh, what? Did I jump accidentally? God damn it. So 71? God damn it. Didn't mean to enter. Yeah, it's possible without the space jump. You can just wall jump. I think. There is a way. I've done it before. So, surely I should know, but I don't. Alright, we got this. I do not, I am so bad. You're okay to flame me in, guys. Yeah, okay, it's getting late. You're okay to flame me in chat, guys. This is the poorest display I've ever had on this boss. The thing that does suck about this fight, though, is that the song is fairly generic. Which, to be fair, can be said for a lot of Dread. But come on, this is like an important boss. But where? Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I should have upgraded and found the Vario suit first before putting it on stream. Oh no, you okay. God damn it. I don't know why like I'm struggling on this so much. This is usually very easy. Yeah, I just need to flash shift. I don't know why I'm not. Oh, that was close. Alright, let me try and focus actually. Yeah, I am quite rusty. It's been a little bit since I played Dread. Like, I haven't played it at all since the last stream. And I've played Prime a bit more recently. Oh, you're not doing the thing yet? Okay. Should be now. Oh no. Ah. Okay. God damn it. Wow, I'm really struggling. Yeah, he's really mixing me. No, I wouldn't have liked the Emperor Ing theme for this. I would have wanted like a new song, and it's not worthy of the Emperor Ing theme. It's too good. The alien door. I do like how huge this thing is, though. Why didn't it shoot? Okay, let me focus. Oh, okay, it doesn't work in the fucking thing. This is very tricky. Okay, Jesus. I haven't hit him at all yet. And I also know this is possible without the space jump, because that's just how I beat it the first time, without it. Alright, time to game a lean. Ah, okay. I can jump over that without using the space jump. I just let go of it too quick. I can do this, I know it. I have you guys here. That was probably the corniest thing I've ever said in my life. Okay. Oh, the Emmy haven't been a threat at all. I don't think they've ever killed me. They may have only killed me once or something. So you can fact check me. But I don't remember them killing me. I think this is a safe one. Unless it's there. Unless I do that? No, that doesn't activate quick enough. I'm struggling with this as much as I have with, well, as I did with Diggernaut. Oh, why did I move back? Right, let me test the jump. Yeah, I can't move back. That's Yeah, this guy's really getting my ass. It's a little unusual. I really should have gone back to Ferrania. So I've got Space Jump and several other upgrades. Like Storm Missile. Okay, that just pulls me away, okay. That was a little test. I wanted to see if I'd fall down quicker. For real this time. By doing this. Okay. I wonder if I can get, if I can cheese my way out of not doing the wind part. No, it's a guaranteed thing, never mind. Damn it. I always think I have a chance to spin jump over it. To spin boost over it, but Is it really not possible without space jump? It has to be, like, without taking damage, anyway. I was like a pixel away from death then. Never mind. Uh, 81. We've had 20 deaths on this guy already. Near enough. It's more like 10, 15, I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, that was good. I'm gonna do a full jump. There we go. I missed! I missed! I missed! I can't believe I missed! That is so fucking typical. Alright. Okay, so now I know how to get past that last bit. Okay, so it is possible. I just need to time it properly. I need to get good. Yeah, so I was right for a little while. Like, I need to do a full jump, but I was just like, oh, I can do a spin boost jump here. And, you know. Oh, god damn it. Let's do it again. I am personally defeated. Guys, this game is like Dark Souls. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe I'm still in awe that I missed the shine spark. Oh, don't right, fuck off. Oh, I haven't had a tea for like 2 hours now. Oh, I can have it do that, don't worry. I can hold a teacup. Oh, I didn't jump. Oh, God. See, I'm all shaky now, which is a bit annoying as well, because I was like excited that I got that I finally made it over. God. No, yeah, don't pull that shit again. Come on. Yeah, after this boss fight, I'm done with today's stream because it is 10 o'clock in the night. And I've been streaming for about 3 hours now? Yeah, 3 hours. That's a good stream. Oh, I got them all. Hell yeah. Okay, full jump. Why? Oh, okay. I didn't memorize how it was the last time because I was too like caught up. The funny thing is, I'm not actually getting frustrated, which is quite funny. It's like, I can just get good. Oh Jesus, that was a bit too close. Okay. So we've actually entered the threshold of 20 deaths. Pardon me. I'll get it, guys. Oh, that was a bit too close, actually. Got them all again. Full jump, full jump. I had it! I had it! Oh my god, I had it. That's painful. I feel that. I feel that. Mmm. That one stung a little bit. Is there even a bonus unlock for if you beat Dread Mode? I don't think there is. Not that that's why I'm doing this, but... Full jump, full jump, full jump. Okay. Yeah, the 90 mark. Oh god. Yeah, I didn't think there was. Not that that entirely matters to me. The satisfaction of beating Dread mode would be great. Oh, the boss rush on Dread mode again. I am not doing this again. Because they don't give you Shine Spark in that, I don't think. It's okay, we'll get there. Ah. Full jump, full jump. Boom, bitch! Ooh. Oh, fuck. I didn't even want the fucking upgrade you might have given me after that fiasco. Hang on, was that different? I thought... Hang on, no, I'm gonna record that. I swear that's different from how it's supposed to be. I swear the camera's supposed to be in front of her. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's supposed to be in front of her. Oh, God. The nearest safe room, please. Whew. Okay. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. That is the most I've struggled with this run so far. But it's done now. Holy fuck. About time. And I'm gonna save again. I'm gonna pull a Pokemon and make sure I've saved. Oh, God. That is gonna be the end of this stream. Oh, God. I'm gonna change the thumbnail just to, like, a stretched image of the experiment. Oh my god, I'm glad I finally did that, though. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We will beat Dread mode. Not this time. Hopefully next time, because there's still SQ to do. There's still the Emmy. Now the question is, do I 100% Dread mode? I'll leave that up to you, actually. Guys, do I 100% dread mode? Okay, 100% it is. That would probably help with Ravenbeak as well. Though if that fight's any indicator of what's gonna come. Yeah, it's a good point. May as well just play it through again. Not play it through again, Jesus Christ. Just so it doesn't give me a reason to do it again, because I don't want to do this again. Yeah, finishing it is an achievement, but I think 100%ing it, that's completing it, I think. Okay. Yeah, that'll probably do it for this stream. I imagine all you guys are probably subscribed, but if there are people that aren't subscribed, feel free to do so, it really helps. A little tidbit, I will be getting back into making videos again, especially the shorts. The next proper video I'm going to do is a lore video. And the last time I made one of those was... let me check, hang on. I want to say 6 or 8 months ago? Eight months ago, and that was, no, yeah, 8 months ago, and it was the Emmy. Oh, God. The lore. Yeah, I've been streaming for about, like, 3 hours now. Like, over 3 hours. I'm thirsty. I want a little bit of food. Yeah. And I live in the UK, and I have younger siblings. Like, I was reluctant to do the stream, but I was like, you know what? Sod it. Mostly because, like, how family life is, it's like, it's loud. As you'd expect. But I was like, you can't help that on a live stream. So just do it, you know? So yeah, I figured I'd just give it a go. Federation lore log entry. I've kind of done away with that style of lore video, mostly because I find it a bit too limiting. As cool as it is, it's like, for example, with the, I think SR388 video, where, like, the character I was playing implied that, basically had no idea of the X. And implied that Samus, like, destroyed the station and caused all the chaos that the SAX did. And then I wouldn't be able to implement, like, real world stuff, like trivia and, like, naming conventions, like development trivia and stuff like that. But the next lore video, that's going to be about a ship that funnily enough, I have a little bit of involvement with, at least in the Wikia, like Wikitroid. So stay tuned for that. And I probably expect a couple of you know what I'm already talking about. Samus suit tier list. That would probably be at the end of the short series. Because I've recorded up to, I think, the Echo's Vario suit. I just have to actually get around to editing it. Yeah, at the end of that series, I'll probably put all the videos into one big video. And not in a short format either, because it wouldn't be short. And then at the end, it would probably have a tier list rating. You guys would not expect what I have planned after that. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna do it for this stream. We have 90 deaths now. About 30 of those was the experiment. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've never been really good with goodbyes, but thank you guys for tuning in. It really helps me out. Okay, my voice is going. I do need a drink. Thank you guys for being here, being interactive as well. It means a lot. I streamed later, so like the American audience is usually available more now, and a lot of people ask about it. But that should do it for now. Yeah, it's a nice number to end on. Not the nicest, but it's a pleasing number. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next stream. I have no idea when that would be, but I will be sure to let you know. Bye bye, and I will see you on the next mission. There we go, I have to round it out with that. Bye bye.